Hi, I'm Matt Gardner. Looking ahead to Saturday, and we've got three bets: two at Newcastle and one at Redcar. We'll start at Newcastle in the 3 o'clock. The fillies Group 3. Aloe Vera heads the market, and there's no doubt she's an exciting filly. She was 2 from 2 last year, won a listed race in pretty good style on a final start at Goodwood. That was back in May though, and I think her trainer said that she struck into herself. She's been off since. She's 6-4. I think there's probably just enough doubt about her to warrant taking her on, for all that she could just be too good. The one that I think makes appeal against her is Virgin Snow, who's got a cracking pedigree. She's out of the Oaks winner Snow Fairy, and she's improved with every run so far. Made quite a taking, winning handicap debut at Haydock on her reappearance. It wasn't the deepest of races, but she beat another progressive filly in Godolphin's Beautiful Illusion. And I really liked how she went about it. I think she's sort of getting better and learning as she goes. This is quite a step up. She's going to need to improve quite a bit to make the transition from that handicap into this Group 3. But it doesn't look the deepest of races. And like I say, if Aloe Vera isn't quite right, then I think the one that could take that step forward is Virgin Snow. We'll stick with Newcastle. The second bet there comes in the Northumberland Plate. Australis is an improving young stayer. I think he's probably the right favourite, but it's quite an open-looking affair other than that. And there's probably not all that much room in his price. The one that I think probably has been overlooked a bit in the market is King's Advice, who he thrived last year on joining Mark Johnston, won 8 from his 11 starts, I think it was. He finished 6th in this race and was probably unlucky not to finish a bit closer than that, to be honest. Sent off 5-1 second favourite, I think it was. Found himself a heck of a lot further back in the field than he normally does before he was really motoring at the finish. He won off £2 higher than he's going to be racing off here at Goodwood in a really competitive handicap. He's taken a little bit of time to get going this year. He was on the go back in January. But his last 2 runs, I think, have been way more encouraging. Second at Doncaster to Red Verdon last time in a steadily run race. That just didn't suit him. He was sort of staying on at the finish. Big field, stronger gallop. That's really going to play to his strengths. It'll probably need a return to that Goodwood form, a return to his very best if he's going to win this. But I think at around the 14-1 mark, he probably is worth chancing. Finally, the third bet, we'll move over to Redcar. The 325, it's quite an open-looking 3-year-old handicap over 10 furlongs. There are a couple that, in theory, are more obvious sorts on paper, but I think there's reasons to take them on. Born a King is around the 2-1 market leader for William Haggis, but he's probably priced up more on his trainer than what he's actually achieved, to be honest. I thought he was quite disappointing at Kempton on his reappearance. There are a couple more toward the head of the betting, Warren's Army and the Ed Vaughan horse, who are potentially open to some improvement, but I think they've shown signs of quirks as well so far. And the one at a price for me that I think can run a big race is Camahawk. He's trained by Tim Easterby, who did really well with his half-brother Hawkeye, won a couple of times on the flat and then made up into a useful hurdler. And Camahawk, I think, very much has been brought along with handicaps in mind. He actually finished a place ahead of Born a King on his debut at Doncaster last year. I thought he shaped pretty well on his reappearance at Haydock in a maiden, making some sort of brief headway 3 furlongs out before weakening as if he sort of needed the run, and he really wasn't persevered with either. Going into a handicap, I think his opening mark is potentially lenient. If the forecast rain at Redcar comes, then that'll not be a problem for him, given that plenty of his relations have gone with cutting the ground. And like I say, with reason to take on a couple at the head of the betting, I think at around 14-1, Camahawk could certainly outrun those odds.